I have to say that I'm more than encouraged. I was very pleased with the outcome, although it was almost like the natural consequence of what happened in the last 2-3 months. We accessed the market again for senior debt and the holding debt, the TLAC bonds with a lot of demand, 7.5 billion, at conditions that were similar to what we had before taking over Credit Suisse. So the AT1 demand was incredible, 36 billion of demand for what happened to be 3.5 billion of placements. And in my point of view, is probably the highlight. In a sense of the confidence is restoring not only for UBS, I would say also is a signal to the Swiss financial system.
That was going to be my next question. I was going to ask about the Swiss banking system again. I was standing in Paderplatz in March, and people were saying that because of all of the events of that weekend, the write-down of the AT1s, this had actually served to discredit the health of the Swiss banking system, and people were worried about whether it could continue to attract capital in the future. Doesn't appear to be the case.
No, I don't think so, because you have to remember that the first reaction were based on emotions or people that were very loud because they are their own interest. But I think as time went by, people had enough chances to really look at the idiosyncratic situation, and also probably look more carefully into the prospectus of what is written. And those bonds were designed to be there for those kind of situations. So people, I think, over time, or the vast majority of the people, are coming down to a more balanced way of looking at matters. And at the end of the day, what happened is to have a solid business that's this is a very important element of the capital stack of every bank, but at the end of the day, if you want to avoid any surprises, you have to do it in banks or situations that are strong and reliable. And
also read the prospectus. Let me ask you about the macro outlook. On the shows, we've been talking about these inflation prints coming in lower than expectations, and the market narrative tends to change quite quickly, but now people are saying that we're going to get a lot of rate cuts next year. Surely you see that and you think, well, this is going to be quite a headwind for the banking system if central banks start cutting rates now.
But look, the situation, the dispersion of opinions and how they change is so broad that I don't think that I would jump into any conclusion. What happened last night is quite indicative. So inflation is still well above the central bank targets. If you look at core inflation, it's well above. And despite that, everybody expects huge rate cuts. Maybe they happen, maybe not. But I can tell you that it's way too early to declare victory. Inflation has to, and I believe will continue to be, the most important thing central banks needs to focus on in the foreseeable future. So they will need to see inflation coming below their target rates before rates comes down. So I would be extremely surprised to see rates coming down before that.